You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, on Alternative Talk, AM 1150.
You are listening to The Money Hour on 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, October 23rd show. You can also listen to my podcast, Facebook premiere, or the show on my show YouTube channel. In addition, for more information on any of my upcoming events, go to tinamitchellevents.com. I am your host, Tina Mitchell. I bring into studio each week the best of the best experts in our local market on everything regarding your money. I'm here to help you in today's economy. Now in studio, we have Joyce Joneschiet of Encore Life Health General Medicare information right here at 1150 AM KKNW. Joyce, welcome to the show.
Great to be here, Tina. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We've got a great lineup with really important experts that everyone needs. So a little bit about Joyce. Joyce has been working with seniors and veterans for over 15 years. First as an interior designer and then as an insurance broker. Along with her husband, she became her parents' full-time caregiver at home, navigating Medicare for them. It became clear that there had to be a better way to understand it. Now working in the insurance industry, her aim is to focus on the needs of individuals insured by Medicare. Joyce teaches free Medicare classes at Green River College and is a broker representative of multiple insurance companies providing all types of health and Medicare plans. She is licensed in Washington, Oregon, Arizona, and Texas to better serve you and your family. So another thing and really important and a lot of stuff going on with Medicare as well, Joyce. So why should you consider getting a plan review right now in open enrollment if you already have a plan or have a Medicare health plan?
Yes. So right now, every year, different insurance companies take that opportunity to be able to present new plans. Their formulary may change, which is their list of drugs and how they're covered. So a drug that may be covered one year may not be covered the next or be more expensive. So I recommend that everyone takes advantage of talking to a broker like me so we can look at what your plans will look like for the next year. We can go over all of your estimated costs for your medications and take advantage of the new benefits that are coming out.
Yeah. So Joyce, what if somebody asked you, well, why can't I just wait, do it sometime, do my new plan anytime next year?
Well, that is a problem because there are only very specific open enrollment periods. And this is the best one right now. So you may have a different open enrollment available to you in the next year, but they're very specific rules. Only if you move, if you turn 65, or if you retire and get your Part B. So, and there are a couple others, but there's strict ruling on what you can actually do and when. So,
so Joyce, if you are turning 65 next year, which I'm not, I'm turning 54, but if you were, when should you start applying for Medicare?
I would suggest no later than 3 months before your birthday month, because you're going to need time, especially during COVID now when things are taking longer, to apply for your A and possibly your B. So there's different rules on B. So but definitely I would at least or at least do it 3 months prior.
Perfect. And can you get Medicare if you're under 65?
In a few situations, yes. So there's 3 situations where you can actually get Medicare early. One would be if you're on disability. So if you have SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Income, not SSI, that's different. But if you've had SSDI for at least 2 years, you're automatically enrolled in Medicare in your 25th month. Or if you have kidney failure, you're able to do that, able to get on Medicare. Or if you have ALS, so Lou Gehrig's disease. So those are a few examples of when you can get Medicare early.
Okay. So are Joe Nemeth and Joe Montana really talking the truth about all of those benefits that you're
Right. I know. I mean, everybody's seen those commercials, right? And maybe we're sick of seeing them. But to tell you the truth, those are real benefits. So, depending on the plans that you have, that may be something that you qualify for.
Mhm.
So, I would definitely call me and find out what those are, and if it's something that is available in your area. So, some of them are county specific. So, let's take a look and see if you're located in the right place and if that's something you would be able to get.
Yeah, great advice. So, Jonas or Joyce, if you plan on working past 65, what should you know to make the best decision for Medicare?
Yes. So a lot of folks are working past, their 65th birthday. And if you're working for a company that has 20 or more employees, the insurance that you would get from that company is actually considered creditable by Medicare.
Oh,
So you can delay your Part B without a penalty as long as that insurance is considered in that way by Medicare.
okay. And
Mhm.
what is credible coverage after 65 according to Medicare?
Yes. So you would have to have your prescriptions covered through your plan. And again, it would have to be a company that has at least 20 employees. So if you work for a small firm or you're a solo entrepreneur, you're going to want to go ahead and get Medicare A and B.
Okay,
Then that would be primary.
got it. So, what are the benefits if you apply for Part B, and how much does that cost?
Yeah. So Part B, some folks have gone ahead and declined that. I would recommend not doing that if you haven't done that yet. Part B covers a lot. So it covers all of your doctor services in the hospital and out, all your specialists. It covers your durable medical equipment, which would be any wheelchairs or oxygen you might need. It covers outpatient surgery. So if you need cataract surgery, back surgery, that's under B, not A.
Okay.
If you need a physical therapist, that's also under B. So there's a lot that it covers, and it's something that very likely in the future you're going to need. As far as costs, the Part B premium for this year is $148.50 a month.
Mhm.
And so, in some situations, if you are low income, you may actually get that paid to you. And there are some plans now who are offering a Part B give back, where a certain amount is actually through the federal government. It's not cash back to you, right?
Uh-huh.
But your Part B premium would be reduced. And there are different amounts that people are offering. There's $25, some say $60, $75 that they're giving back. So it's not your full amount, right?
Okay.
But it is a deduction.
And that's why you have your Medicare representative like Joyce, so she can help navigate and walk you through all of this Part B, Part A. So, what if you
Mhm.
did decline to Part B now, but decided that you want it in the future?
Right. So if you have creditable insurance, it's
Mhm.
okay to decline it or delay it. But if you don't have that and you want to wait and get it, there unfortunately is a Part B penalty, and it is a permanent penalty.
Oh,
So
wow.
for every year that you don't have Part B, they would add 10% to the monthly premium.
Wow.
So that could get, pretty hefty. So, yeah, definitely, I would recommend not delaying that.
So, how long do you have to apply for Part B when you're retired?
Yes. So you actually have 8 months after your retirement date. But if you're not going to have insurance for those, 8 months, then I would definitely apply for your Part B before you retire. Let them know when your retirement starts so
Mhm.
we can coordinate the start date of your Part B and your new Medicare health plan so that they coincide. Then you won't have a gap of coverage. You won't have to worry about any sort of penalty. So that's the best way to go. Get a hold of me before you retire.
Yeah. So, what would you say the biggest mistake is, Joyce, that you see people making when it comes to the decision on Medicare?
Oh, well, doing things out of fear because you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Or having your best friend tell you, oh, I love my plan. You need to get that plan too. Well, maybe it's not appropriate for you. Maybe you couldn't see your doctors if you went on that plan. So we look at all of that. We look at what your doctors accept. We look at all of your medications, how often you take them, what tier level they're on, what pharmacy you see. All of those are huge variables that can make a big difference in your cost for next year.
Yeah. So, Joyce, when I introduced you today and read your bio, you have a little bit of your story and the why behind getting into what you do now. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I've actually been on Tina's show back when I was doing interior design, and I focused on aging in place for seniors at the time and veterans. And so, but soon after that, unfortunately, my mom fell and broke her hip and her collarbone in quick succession. And my dad started exhibiting signs of dementia. So I actually closed my business, and my husband and I moved in to help them full time. And so I got to see on the consumer side what, how difficult Medicare can be, because I had sold insurance prior, but just auto and home. And so I knew nothing about health insurance. So I saw how difficult it was to understand and how confusing. So I try to make it as simple and easy as I can. And I'm an educator. I love to teach. So I really enjoyed teaching the class at Green River, and making it really easy to understand.
Yeah. And how often do you teach those classes, Joyce?
They range from at least once a month, sometimes twice a month. Mm-hmm.
And where should people go to if they're interested in attending one of your classes?
Yeah, so there is a link on my website, encorelifehealth.com. But you can also go to Green River's, catalog, and you would go into the continuing education and then click on the money matters, and you'll see it there. It's called Medicare Made Clear.
Okay. And I really love I've interviewed thousands of different business owners, having my show for over 11 years now. And it's so interesting that a lot of business professionals, almost all of the best of the best, there's a story attached to why they do what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm sure by the process of going through all of the things that happened wrong really helped you put together what to do to provide the best service to your clients. What do you enjoy most about what you do, Joyce?
Oh, it's the little old ladies that come up to me after we find a good plan for them, and getting the hug and saying, thank you so much, because I really had no idea what I was going to do, and people just getting that peace of mind to know that that plan is specific to them and is going to be really, the best plan for the next year.
Yeah.
So.
And as you said, giving the little old lady a hug. As we're wrapping up here with about a minute left, are you getting in person, or are you doing a lot of virtual with your seniors?
Yeah, I'm doing both. So right now I have 3 different tables throughout the Puget Sound where people can meet me face to face.
Uh-huh.
So I am in the South End. I'm in Auburn and in Puyallup.
Okay.
But you can certainly, schedule times with me via Zoom, and, and a phone call as well. So I'm available for, whatever works the best for each person.
That's wonderful. Well, Joyce, thank you so much for coming back in studio and sharing now with your new expertise in business, and for helping the seniors. I was going to say
Thank you.
local market, but more than our local market, because you're licensed in multiple states. And oh, by the way, a side note on that, it takes a lot to be licensed in multiple states. So that definitely shows the passion. You guys have a lot to do with your continued ed.
Yeah,
Thank you
exactly.
so much, Joyce, for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.